The story of Musa and Al-Khidr, as told in the Qur'an and authentic hadith. Once Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, stood among the children of Israel and delivered a sermon. A man asked him, "O Musa, is there anyone on earth more knowledgeable than you?" Out of his deep devotion and without intending pride, Musa replied, "No, there is not." But Allah, the Most High, revealed to him that there was a servant of his who possessed knowledge which Musa did not have. This servant was known as Al-Khidr, to whom Allah had granted wisdom and special knowledge of his divine plans. Musa, peace be upon him, eager to learn from that servant of Allah, said, "O my Lord, how can I meet him?" Allah replied, "Take a fish with you in a basket. When you lose the fish, that will be the place where you will meet him." So Musa set out, accompanied by his young servant, Yusha ibn Nun, Joshua. They traveled for a long time until they reached the meeting point of the two seas. There they rested by a rock. While Musa was asleep, the fish that they had carried miraculously came back to life, slipped out of the basket, and swam into the sea, leaving behind a path like a tunnel in the water. Yusha saw this wonder but forgot to mention it to Musa, as Satan made him forget. When they continued their journey further, Musa became tired and asked, "Bring us our meal. We have certainly suffered much fatigue in this journey." Yusha then remembered and said, "Do you remember when we rested by the rock? I forgot the fish. None but Satan made me forget to tell you about it. It took its way into the sea in a wondrous manner." Musa replied, "That is what we have been seeking." And they both turned back, retracing their steps to the rock. There they found a man covered with a green garment, sitting peacefully. This was Al-Khidr. Musa greeted him with peace and said, "I am Musa." Al-Khidr asked, "The Musa of the children of Israel?" Musa said, "Yes. I have come so that I may learn from you what Allah has taught you." Al-Khidr replied, "You will not be able to have patience with me. How can you be patient about something you do not understand?" Musa said, "If Allah wills, you will find me patient, and I shall not disobey you in anything." So Al-Khidr agreed and said, "Then follow me, but do not ask me about anything until I explain it to you." They began their journey together. Soon they boarded a small boat whose owners recognized Al-Khidr and allowed them to ride for free. While sailing, Al-Khidr suddenly damaged the boat by removing one of its planks. Musa was shocked and said, "Have you made a hole in it to drown its people? Indeed, you have done a terrible thing." Al-Khidr reminded him, "Did I not tell you that you would not be able to have patience with me?" Musa said, "Do not hold me accountable for what I forgot, and do not be hard upon me." They continued their journey until they met a young boy. To Musa's astonishment, Al-Khidr killed the boy. Musa said, "Have you killed an innocent soul who has killed no one? You have certainly done a dreadful thing." Al-Khidr said, "Did I not tell you that you would not be able to have patience with me?" Musa replied, "If I ask you about anything after this, then do not keep me in your company. You have received an excuse from me." They then traveled until they came to a town. They asked its people for food, but the townspeople refused to show them any hospitality. There they found a wall that was about to collapse, and Al-Khidr repaired it. Musa said, "If you had wished, you could have taken payment for it." Al-Khidr replied, "This is the parting between me and you. Now I will tell you the meaning of what you could not bear patiently." He said, "The boat belonged to some poor people who worked at sea. I damaged it because a king was seizing every good ship by force. As for the boy, his parents were believers, and we feared that he would burden them with rebellion and disbelief. So we wished that their Lord would grant them a better child in purity and in mercy. And as for the wall, it belonged to 2 orphan boys in the town. Beneath it was a treasure belonging to them, and their father was a righteous man. So your Lord willed that they should grow up and extract their treasure when they reach maturity, as a mercy from your Lord. I did not do it of my own accord." That is the interpretation of what you could not bear patiently. Sources: Qur'an Surah Al-Kahf, Chapter 18, verse 79 to 82. Sahih Al-Bukhari, Volume 1, Book 3, Hadith 74. Lessons from the story. 1. True knowledge belongs only to Allah. Even a prophet was taught that no one knows everything. Knowledge is shared as Allah wills. 2. Patience is the key to wisdom. Musa's journey teaches that learning divine wisdom requires humility and endurance. 3. Allah's plans are full of hidden mercy. What seems harmful may, in reality, be protection and goodness. 4. Righteousness benefits generations. The orphans were saved because of the piety of their father, showing how Allah protects the children of the righteous.